Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Uncle Mad here today. Very potentially interesting vlog today. If you don't follow the Tennessee Titans, wait, where's my hand going? Right there. Or you haven't watched any of my game day vlogs from the Titans games this year, get you caught up to speed real quick. The Titans are in the process of building their new stadium set to open for the 2027 stadium, new Nissan Stadium. We're currently playing in current Nissan Stadium. New Nissan Stadium is 2027. So today, as season ticket members, we are going to the Titans house, which is like an interactive preview center, kind of showcasing what the new Nissan Stadium is all about, and basically like giving them the chance to make a sales pitch to us to re-up, buy new PSLs, buy new season tickets for the new stadium. Not sure how much I can film or document at the actual Titans house, but I'll get as much as I can. Come back, report, discuss prices, features, all that good stuff. It's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a weird one because I have a feeling the end result's just going to be my dad being pissed off that everything is way too expensive and bringing it into our time as Titan season ticket holders. But we'll see what happens once we get there. All right, we have a ride. They've got a nice valet set up here. When you arrive, they'll take your car, you park, go right on here to the Wortham building, which apparently is where Titan House is located. All right, so we got here a little early, so we're just waiting for our time to go in. Also waiting for my uncle to get here. He's running a little behind. But I made the decision to not wear any Titans gear today. I don't want to look like some mark like this. Maybe looks like Titans, but no. Glory, Man United. I want to look like a mark. They'll be like, oh, these guys are just huge Titans fans. We can rake them over the coals, make them buy the most expensive package possible. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to buy anything today, but we'll see. My dad's wearing a Titans polo, though, so that's probably going to screw the whole plan up. Here.
I know you all are day one too, right?
These are Eddie George's cleats from the Music Miracle game. We were at that game.
Houston, current stadium.
Been going to these damn games for 30 years, still can't get my name on the Founders plaque. All right, so pretty much right when we walked in, past that memorabilia sign, there were signs everywhere that said no photos, no videos, so didn't really get to document or record or anything, but we have locked in season tickets at new Nissan Stadium. I'm somewhat surprised about that. I did not think it was going to go that way, but good news. But I'll get a little bit more into it once we leave and kind of go through everything and all the details.
Of course, it was great. Yeah.
Okay, so before I sit down and get into the nitty-gritty of what all went down at Titan House, we did get a nice little care package for signing up. Got this Titans wooden plate serving dish. I don't really know what you do with that. Nice little leather luggage tag. Don't know if we were supposed to get this or if my dad swiped this, but got a Titan House pin that he signed the new contract with. And this little deal here, if I can get it to open, I was having trouble with it earlier. Where is it? Where did it work? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Okay, here we go. Gold membership. Signed by Amy Adams-Strunk and Brooke Nyhill. Little guitar pick. Back home now after our trip to Titan House to get our preview and opportunity to buy season tickets for new Nissan Stadium coming. I can't say anything today. New Nissan Stadium opening for the 2027 season. Once we got past that first room where I kind of showed the Eddie George cleats and some of that stuff, once you got into that next room, everything everywhere, there was just like signs everywhere, no photos, no video, no photos, no video. So didn't want to risk getting kicked off the season ticket holders list and not getting the chance to potentially experience new Nissan Stadium. So didn't record anything more except a few little mini quick clips and little spots where I didn't think it was that big of a deal to record. Wanted to give kind of the summary, the whole gist of what went down today. Like, before I get into that, I should say this is like, Titans House is not a thing that just like you can randomly go to. If you're like somebody who doesn't currently have Titan season tickets, or if you're even a current season ticket holder who hasn't been invited to your showing yet, you can't just randomly show up there and go. So you have to have an appointment. The Titans ticket office is contacting people, season ticket holders, and then once they get through all that, you can be added to a waiting list, I think, on newnissanstadium.com, and then they'll start contacting people who are on that waiting list to come and potentially purchase season tickets for the new stadium. So don't just randomly show up there and be like, I'd like to see the stadium. That's not how it works. But So we got in, saw that first room. They showed us like a quick little hype video that was kind of past, present, and future of the Titans. It's fine, whatever. It wasn't a big deal. Kind of went to another room. They had like 3 or 4 video boards that were like highlighting different facts and information about the new stadium. You know, stuff you've seen online if you followed the development closely. So nothing really new there. I think maybe like the 1 or 2 new things I heard there was like that there's going to be double the amount of restrooms. There's going to be like a standing room only like kind of party deck area that they're going to put seats on sale for game days on like day of games. Like, so it's 60,000 seat capacity regularly, and then there's going to be about 2,000 more in that. So that's going to be a pretty cool thing for like non-season ticket holders or like people that want just a different experience on a game day. Like one day if like, you know, we give our 2 tickets to friends or something like that and I want to go do the party deck thing, that might be a cool thing to experience at some point in the future. But from there we went in, they had a really, really cool like 3D model, like kind of pretty decent size of what the new stadium's going to look like. And I thought that was probably the coolest thing about the whole experience, because that kind of gave you a good, really visual representation of what the stadium's going to look like. You know, because for the most part, we've just seen like, you know, kind of AI concept art type stuff, renderings, little videos and whatever. So to see it kind of like somewhat real and in person was pretty cool. And to kind of, you could actually like highlight, this is going to be here, this is going to be there, you know, this side's going to be facing the river. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. I saw the seats for the new stadium. They had some of those. All seats are going to have padding. Club seats is going to be like double padding with like back and bottom. Regular seats, just the seat part is going to have padding on it, which is pretty cool. From there, they took us into basically the sales pitch room and, you know, just kind of took questions, went over like all the overviews, the benefits of continuing on as season ticket holders, prices, stuff like that. I'll kind of start to like put some like pictures up, because like I said, I couldn't get any video or picture of my own. So like now I'll try and put some pictures and stuff that I found online to kind of highlight what you're looking at, what you're thinking about, what I'm talking about here as we go through. So we sit in the lower bowl, kind of just outside of the end zone area, kind of right almost on the goal line behind the visitors bench. Is where our current section is. Got in, looked at what those prices were going to be like, and it was like PSL was I think like $12,000 a seat, which was crazy, because I think when my parents originally bought these PSLs day one back in whatever it would have been 97, 98, whenever the PSLs went on sale, it was $1,500 for the equivalent section in the current Nissan Stadium, all the way up to $12,000 in new Nissan Stadium. I think my theory on this is it's a crazy jump, but I think my theory is what they've done here, and I've seen like the Raiders Stadium that recently opened. I think the Rams Stadium did something similar. They've moved the premium club section into the lower bowl. So in current Nissan Stadium, level 2 is the club section. Now the premium club sections are moved down into like right around the 50-yard line, from like basically 30 to 30 in the lower bowl. So I think by moving the main like club section, the main premium seats into the lower bowl, that just naturally has made the lower bowl more of a premium ticket. So like, you know, our section potentially that we could have been in, like 107 in the new stadium, is right next to the edge of the club section. So we paid like $12,000 for PSL if we wanted to sit in that section. The people in this section next to us are paying like $25,000 to $50,000 a seat for the PSLs over there. So I think because of that nature of it, it just made the entire lower bowl kind of go up in value, or, you know, kind of maybe can't sell the club as easily for $25,000 a PSL if like the section next to it's only like $5,000 or something like that. I looked just because I was curious like what our current seats are going for if you were to buy season tickets at current Nissan Stadium, like for 2024, 2025, and they're $3,000 for a PSL. So in 2 years' time, that's going to jump up $9,000. It's pretty crazy, but we ended up exploring the other kind of areas that we were allowed to like look at, because you can only look at, they're selling the stadium in tiers. The tier 1 was they sold all the premium seats. It was crazy. They said they were planning on that phase kind of running out through the end of the year, but they sold out of all their premium seats in only 29 days. And so they opened up like this wave 2, much earlier than they had originally planned. Like we weren't expecting to be like go and get our chance to see Titan House and potentially buy tickets to like late this year, early next year even. But they sold the premium seats out so fast that kind of changed. So obviously when we have seats where the original PSL, which if you know what a PSL is, it's a personal seat license. It's kind of a extra funding tool teams use to offset the cost of building a stadium. And it's all garbage. Like really, these teams are owned by billionaires. They should pay for them themselves, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that discussion right now, but it's a personal seat license. Basically, it's a one-time thing. You pay it. Theoretically, you have your seats for the life of the stadium. But having originally paid $1,500 for our original Adelphia Coliseum PSL to $12,000 for new Nissan Stadium was quite a jump. But we looked at some of the other stuff. The new Nissan Stadium is going to have like almost like a full second level that goes all the way around, whereas like current Nissan Stadium, the second levels stop at the end zones because we have like the massive scoreboard jumbotrons there. So there's sections like end zone and into kind of similar to where we sit in the lower bowl currently that exist in the upper deck or the second level, the 200 level right now. And within one of the things they pitched the new stadium on is that all seats are 38% closer to the field. That's an actual number, 38% closer to the field than in current Nissan Stadium, and that they overall it's the closest seats to the field in the NFL. Those were quite a bit significantly different drop in the price for the PSL, similar total ticket package type thing. Which one kind of scary thing about this whole thing is like you're buying your PSL like on site for the most part today if you're buying. So that price is locked in, you're paying that, that's done for. But on all the ticket prices, it says estimated ticket cost because you're not going to buy your actual tickets, until 2027 when we're actually moving into the stadium. And that's kind of scary that they'll say, oh, this is the estimated ticket cost, but 25, 26 to whatever it is and a half years from now when they actually release the actual prices, that could be vastly different. And hopefully it's not, but we'll see what happens there. But so we looked at a couple sections, a couple different sections in the 200. Really liked it. It's got some outdoor like patio areas up there. Seemed pretty cool. Found some seats, that were going to be 5 rows from the edge of the level on the aisle seats, which we've been stuck in seats 7 through 10, smack dab in the middle of the row since day one at Adelphia Coliseum, LP Field, Nissan Stadium, whatever you want to call it. So to get to move to like, a pretty decent spot and like we're kind of elevated now, so we kind of see the entire field, whereas there's some blind spots from our lower level seat that we currently have. So a little bit of a better view. Aisle seats, it seemed good and like basically half the price of what it would have been to kind of stay in our equivalent section in the new Nissan Stadium. So I think with the rebate we got for being existent PSL holders, we got a 10% discount for paying in full day of, which I think you have 30 days from when you sign your contract to pay the full amount of your PSL, and you can still get that 10% discount. I don't think you have to. I think they said 30 days from when you sign your contract. You don't have to pay in full on the day of. I think they said that. Don't quote me on that, but ended up coming out to 2 PSLs, I think was $9,600, which, not the ideal amount of money you want to be throwing down, obviously. Okay, now we're doing a video. That's a lot of money, not a lot you want to be throwing down necessarily there, but it's a one-time fee. It's locked in for, they say the next 30 years because the lease for the new stadium runs through 2057. So pay that one-time fee and then just worry about the tickets from season to season going forward. But wasn't anything too fancy, anything too spectacular about the actual building. It was kind of just, a sales office. You're going in, getting a few little new information, new little highlights about the stadium, getting a pitch, getting sold on it. As I said at the start of the video, I went in fully expecting we were going to get priced out because I'd heard nothing but bad things about the prices so far. But when we found, that the 200 level was, almost in a lot of ways, it seemed like it was kind of an upgrade. Like my uncle who was with us, he's, part of our family that gets tickets together. He kept asking our sales rep, he's like, why are the seats, down below in the 100s $10,000 more? What is the upgrade? What is the benefit? What is the added benefit of paying $10,000 more for those seats? And the only thing our sales rep could come up with, he just kept saying like, I guess if you just really enjoyed those seats, really enjoyed your view and want to keep them. And I'm like, you're not doing a very good job of trying to get an extra $10,000 out of us, my friend, because you're not selling that very well. But that was one thing that was cool about the experience was he was not pushy. He was not like, a used car salesman type dude trying to get you to spend as much money as possible. He was just literally felt like he was trying to get us in what was the best fit for us. And he did. We locked in, our family's 4 seats together in new Nissan Stadium starting in 2027. So yeah, pretty exciting. Pretty, to have gone in expecting there was no chance we were going to be spending the type of money I thought it was going to take to finding out it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, and we ended up coming out with tickets was a pretty good result for today. So I'm pretty happy with today's vlog. A lot happier with what happened today than anything that has happened with the actual Titans on the field lately. Traded DeAndre Hopkins today, traded Ernest Jones Jr. today, so not a great day to be a Titans fan on the field, off the field. Good stuff, great stuff all the way around. So got all that done, got all that set up, and we are set for the future. So if I'm still vlogging come 2027, you will get a vlog from the first ever game at new Nissan Stadium. stay tuned for that. More to come on the channel. Unfortunately, there's a lot of this Titan season left to go. So stay tuned, subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications. Enjoy your life, enjoy your bagels.